Welcome back everyone, my name's Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Where we left last time, we were in the Middle City, doing Middle City things. We had a big fight against an alchemist who ended up getting murdered because Targana and Berengar and Yaniel all showed up, stopped him from teleporting away, and we pulverized him into dust. Now, we are not going to go that way, we're going to go this way. We're going to go to the actual flesh markets themselves. We're going to do all the good options, which means we're probably going to be killing a bunch of slavers. This is just par for the course of being lawful good in this environment. So, stage 1, save, because things can go badly. Also, I have my window open because my room is now insanely warm for some reason. So if there's any weird background noise, just kind of ignore it as much as possible. I do have a directional microphone, so in theory it shouldn't be too bad. Let's go talk to this little group here. A grotesquely fat demon speaks to a demoness standing in front of him. His voice is irritated yet slightly sycophantic. If you want to give these sweet Osmar for the 10,000 delights, cough up 50,000. Just look at how delicious they are. These girls haven't yet been whipped. Your clients will be clamoring for them. And after they become too worn out, they'll make a magnificent stew. I'll give you 30 if you can stop talking rubbish, junk, or keep going and you can steer clear of my palace of delights. You can pleasure yourself all on your own, you fat chunk of rotten meat. Do you want to get on Chivaro's bad side? Do you really want that? The Osmar slaves standing nearby try to avoid looking at the angry demoness. Even in their miserable position, they retain the mark of inner purity and nobility inherent to their kind. Puffing himself up, the fat demon answers abruptly and angrily, 50,000 for these delightful, innocent creatures your shabby and worn-out demonesses can't hope to compete with. That is my final offer. Stay away from the 10,000 delights. You can have your own little morsels for your... You can have your own little morsels pleasure you from now on, you greedy, horny piece of shit. There we go. The disgustingly fleshy demon greets you with a wave, his arm encased in a roll after roll of fat. Allow me to present my living wares, the finest household slaves, to serve you and entertain your body and your spirit. And they can satiate even the most exquisite cravings. The demon accompanies his last claim with a voluptuous lip-smacking, looking pleased. It's time for you to die, you fat sack of shit. The fat creature lifts his thick legs slightly and stomps, making the ground shake. Then the demon starts moving in a surprisingly nimble and flexible manner, his fat folds moving fluidly in ripples of skin and flesh. A trainer's work is never done. I'll make a fine slave out of you. Oh, but you won't. Oh, but you might, because you get to go first. Although that didn't really work out well for you. His armor class is intensely high. 55 armor? Are you out of your friggin' mind? This is fine. We'll be okay.
Don't hold back.
We'll just do as much as we can to get him on our level. And we'll do things like flame strikes. Although we only have one flame strike. And he has spell resistance. How much spell resistance, you ask? 34, which means we need to roll a 21 to bypass his spell resistance on that character. Oh no, the guards are actually involved in this fight. The real guards. We did get one negative level, but that's fine, I guess. Ember, you have chain lightning. That doesn't usually work too well against demons, so... Hellfire. That hit that one pretty hard. Good. Alright, let's see what else we can do here. We do have one level... Actually, we have a couple level 7 Sirocos, but let's not do that. We can do mass invisibility, but that's not going to really do too much for us in this particular situation. Let's just hit the guard. Unholy Nimbus is annoying. He doesn't have a great chance to hit us, so we might be okay on that account. But this is gonna suck. Arushale can shoot this guy probably and almost assuredly kill him.
I will resist.
If she could roll higher than a 7, that would be great. Lands out of this fight. Stop casting Innervation, and that actually really hurt a lot. Okay, so we need restoration, which I don't think anyone here has, so... Except for Lan, obviously. Hellfire Ray didn't work. Let's try it again. That did work. Perfect. He's down and out. And we got hit, but the Hand of the Inheritor has come to our aid.
You should have run.
We're just gonna deal thundering blows forever, I guess. Come on, Uruchley, finish this stupid guard off. Okay, the guard's dead. Problem solved on that one. Lan is not alive yet, so we can't do anything healy with him yet. I need a heal spell on Ember first. We need to start healing our people up a little bit. Alright, so we're not going to get past the spell resistance, almost assuredly, so let's just get a Sirocco down. That is the right Sirocco, just make sure.
You should have listened to reason.
Oops, I unselected it. That's fine, we'll get it next time. Interceptor's not doing anything. I guess Thundering Blows, of course. We have a million attacks. The odds are we'll eventually hit him with a real attack for some damage because, you know what? We might as well turn on Piranha Strike. We're only going to be hitting him on crits anyways, so we'll get that extra damage going. Oh, thank you. That was actually really, really helpful. Study him again.
Guide my hand.
Lan is still out of this. He might not be immune to Evil Eye. Possibly. He succeeded his saving throw. His modifiers are plus 26, which means he's always going to succeed. So there's absolutely no point in trying that. I don't really want to waste my Sirocco here, but I actually don't think we need to. We're okay. He can't really hit us, and we can hit him with Thunder. Oh, we got an actual hit in there. One.
Don't hold back.
We got an extra hit there, too. This is going wonderfully. The Head of the Inheritor is just going to town on those mass heals. That being said, we need to heal up Nenio, who is out of range, apparently. Alright, well, we'll do heal next turn, I guess. Just no spells, it's fine.
Into the fray. Strike.
This guy's got so much armor, and if we had ranged touch attacks, it'd be a lot easier. Like, a Kineticist would be so great for this particular fight. I'd love a Kineticist. But, alas, we are not at that stage. Is this a ranged touch attack? Let's find out. We missed. Yeah, it's ranged touch attack, but we only have a plus 11 to hit, which means we still need to roll a 20, so it's a giant waste of spells to try and hit him.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
You should have run.
Really need to move Nenio into range so he can get the Inheritors, or not, yeah, Hand of the Inheritors spells.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
We might as well just use all of our attacks in the hopes that something sticks.
Surrender or else.
Move a little bit closer.
You're irrelevant.
20 to hit still. But he needs 20 hits too, and he's only got 3 attacks per round, and also
This will hurt.
this is going to take forever.
I will resist.
I like how there's an Archangel just chilling here and no one's noticed.
Too late for apologies.
He's very close to death. We might be able to see his life total. He's got 24 hit points left, so that's not so many.
Into the fray.
He's got way less than that now. He's got like 8. 8 hit points left. We should kill him this round.
Don't hold back.
And that's the end of that. Slave Trader is dead. We got Cloak of Resistance, Amulet of Natural Armor, Belt of Physical Flow. Let's talk to the slaves. Huddled together and wiping the demonic blood off their faces and close the slaves stare at you in terror. Did you kill Daddy Dunk? You won't hurt us, will you? Take us to your palace. We'll obey you. We'll serve you very well. Ember smiles sweetly at the slaves, and they respond with trusting, vacant smiles of their own. Don't worry, we'll take you to a truly good place. It doesn't look like any place you're used to. At first you'll feel uncomfortable, but you'll grow to love it. Explain how to get to the Nexus. It's my camp. You'll serve me there. Hooray, a new palace. Is it somewhere high in the mountains, I wonder? Are there many guards? How's the food? Is there a pool where we can swim in tortoise milk? Those poor souls raised by demons like cattle for the slaughter, you have broken their golden chains. At first, they will hate the harsh world you've delivered them into, but only because they are so naive. I, however, celebrate your compassion. There's other slaves, too. The Eltimars no longer look broken. Hope has brought the pale glow of heavenly fire to their eyes. One of the women clutches a hairpin that by some miracle went unnoticed by the guards, resembling a gleaming stiletto. It ends in a rather vicious-looking point. So, we're with their expressions alone, the slaves send a clear message. Don't dare come near us. We stand ready to defend ourselves. Help us, kind lady. We know you're no stranger to compassion and mercy. Your aura warms our hearts like the sun of our beloved Galarian. I explain how to get to my camp. Go there. It's safe. The Eltimar women look at you, their expressions piercing. You see a mixture of gratitude and awe in their eyes. Thank you, stranger. We did not expect help in this terrible place. We will not forget it. You did a noble thing when you did not abandon the weak in their hour of need. You have my deepest respect. The Inheritor is going to love us. Let's do this thing. Alright, there's a climbing portion up to the top here. We could probably do it. Let's try it out anyways. Can't hurt. I mean, it could. It could literally hurt. We made it. Good. Solid. The way down might be a little harder. It's a 42 DC. And the loot wasn't very good. What's our mobility check? 42. So we need to roll a 15. That's probably not going to happen. We are going to tumble back down to the ground. It's just going to be the way that this is going to go for us.
Ugh, what a failure.
These things happen. Wonder what the guard had on it. I'm actually curious. A staff. A quarter staff plus 2. Nothing particularly exciting. A ruchelet. Found some loot. Some berries and random junk. Time to free some more slaves, though. We are going to free every slave in the slave pits. It's our goal, I guess. The Cambion who gives you a smarmy bow looks like he once tried to split in two and then changed his mind. His chest is twice as wide as it should be, and double pupils stare at you from each of his eyes. Every time this freakish creature opens his mouth, an impressive goiter swells on his neck. His voice has an unpleasant, croaking quality, as if a giant toad had taken up residence in his throat. Would you like to buy some fresh flesh? You could call me Raggy. I'm at your service. Your slaves are lucky. They're about to see their master choke on his own blood. Out of nowhere, a knife with a wide, jagged blade appears in Raggy's hands. Spinning the knife skillfully, with his two numerous fingers, he leers at you without fear. You want to dance? The Mephit ran away. That's fine. We're freeing slaves here. Taking advantage of all the fuss, the Mephit deftly picks out the lock of its cage, using its pointed tail as a skeleton key. Once free, it makes an obscene sound at Raggy, winks at you mischievously, and immediately takes off into the air. We're going to purge the abyss of all the evil that exists here. There is a guard. He's actually really kind of tough to kill, compared to Raggy, who's not as tough, but Raggy deals more damage. Let's shoot Raggy. Awful attack rolls. Jesus. They really couldn't have gotten much worse. What the hell? Why is... Oh, we fell. Right. Okay, that's fine. Good. Missed all of your attacks. Lan. What are you going to do, my man? Nothing. Just wait. Do we need haste? No, I think I'm going to skip haste.
Strike.
I kicked him in the face. Alright. Jump on the mount. Hit him once. Wasn't really what I wanted to do, but it's fine. Interceptor, I'll attack the guard. Missed entirely. Good luck hitting Milara. She's got... How much armor does she have when she's fully buffed up? 54 armor. It's pretty good.
Desna, guide my hand.
Oh my god, he exploded. What just happened? What is Phoenix Blast? Must be some sort of like death effect. Like on death he explodes. Fair enough, let's kill the guard. Let's just use our main people.
You should have run.
Missed entirely.
The light, take you.
He doesn't have that much armor, but we suck at attack rolls. 16 to hit, or 16, yeah.
Make your peace.
12 to hit. We hit once. probably not gonna be able to do anything to us.
Endure this.
Let's just assume land won't hit. He only hits on 20s.
This will hurt.
We hit him once, I guess that's a plus.
Into the fray.
We knocked him down. That should help with his armor class, because he won't have his dodge bonus. At least he shouldn't while he's prone, but apparently that doesn't matter. There we go. Dead. Grab the loot. Coin from the flesh markets. Oh, that's so we can teleport down here. Gotcha, that makes sense. Cool, cool, cool. Crevice is next. There's also a knowledge arcana check here. Let's do that quickly. Go, Nenio, go.
Success worthy of praise.
The islands floating in the air are not a byproduct of some crazy magic. It's the energies of chaos that endow them with their bizarre properties, and they're not even the most amazing thing that can be found in the abyss. Do we fight Crevice? Crevice could be tough. The tall, thin vendor is swathed in a loose black robe. He's not a demon, but it's impossible to determine his race. His expressionless and hairless face is covered in tattoos, and it looks like it is made of wax. His eyes are motionless. As you approach, the black figure almost doubles over as he sweeps into a low bow. The vendor moves with supernatural delicacy and grace impossible for a human. He extends his arms, also covered in tattoos, towards you. The ink on his palms comes to life and forms the words, "Greetings, I am Crevice, vendor of magical lunatics." The voice of the hand sounds contemplative. I sense shadows, evil shadows that once served their old master, Vyriavaxus, whom I fought valiantly but had not the strength to defeat. Beware this one champion, for he is linked to powers both formidable and cunning. Something inside you awakens and casts a fiery glance at the slaver. You see the darkness curling under the thin layer of his skin, or rather, a shadow resembling darkness, a demon woven of shadows. We're gonna fight him, but we're gonna save first so we don't die horribly. Two small projectiles whiz past your ear. The glass eyeballs have popped out of Crevice's eye sockets. Dense clouds of darkness flow from his impossibly wide mouth, gathering to form an eerie demonic figure. The figure bears its teeth. The pale skin, now with no trace of the living tattoos, drops to the ground like an empty robe. Oh, we are so dead. The lunatics ignore the horrible metamorphosis their master is ongoing. They say lost in magical trance.
You hurt my friends.
This is gonna go so badly for us. He hits us on 2s, which is already a really bad sign. Okay, let's take a quick look at what his... Oh, he has touch attacks? We were flat-footed, which does deny us our dex bonus, but he's got plus 43 to hit, so... I mean, this is going to be a bit of a nightmare. They all have different spells, which is very interesting. Nenio's blind. And what's his armor class? This is just going to determine whether or not we're even going to bother to stick around for this fight. He has 45 armor. We only have... Why do we only have plus 20 to hit? Oh, she's got so many negative levels. She's got 4 negative levels. Okay, let's just not do that fight. Crevice will survive for now. We might come back and kill him later. We don't need to kill every slaver, just most of them. We've killed 2. I think that's pretty good. Of us, I guess. We'll leave Crevice alone for now.
I'm gone.
We'll come back to you later, my dude. You are a little out of our league at the moment. Jaws of the Jackal, what's that? Gain Profane Vigor effect and plus 2 bonus natural armor to all evil creatures summoned by the wearer of these gauntlets. If the wearer summons a demon, they granted greater Profane Vigor and plus 4 natural armor. If the wielder summons any good outsider creature, it'll attack the wearer. That's pretty funny. So the Jaws of the Jackal are really bad for our group, but they're kind of interesting nonetheless. Remissa, the slave trader. The eyes of the translucent Merilith carefully observe her surroundings. It seems this is not merely an image, but a projection of the creature's consciousness, while her physical body is located somewhere far from here. Next to the Merilith fidgets a shriveled mandrake, which utters the occasional displeased shriek. Ah, visitor from another plane. I am Remissa, known as the Slough Skin. Slough Skin. And I am no simple vendor, but a true artist of the slave trade. My warehouse is currently stand empty, but we can always arrange for a custom order. What would you like to acquire? Perhaps your enemy's son or daughter bound by magic and powerless in the face of anything you might wish to do to them. An attractive person who once dared to reject you. A little brat who bullied you as a child. Illusionary is the city where all your dreams come true. The Merilith licks her lips, especially if they're dirty, bloody, and sweet dreams of possession or revenge. So what I'm seeing here is just your projection? Certainly, it's not safe to appear in the flesh markets in person, especially for someone like me. You see, before I switched to this line of work, I was a humble gardener. I used to grow mandrakes. The Merilith pats her ugly pet on the head. It's well known that mandrakes grow if you water an ordinary weed with demon blood or if you plant it in a demon's corpse. The allies, lovers, and masters of those I turned into fertilizer are still searching for me. Thus I conduct my business remotely. In the same way, when I have slaves to sell, I first show their projections, and only after they're sold do I deliver them to the buyer. What do you mean by artists of the slave trade? While others trade for material gain, I do it for art. Unlike others, I'm not involved in the faceless shipment of goods. Each slave who passes through my hands has a personality. Each sale is a spiritual experience. Not long ago, I sent my hunters to track down and capture a brave rebel fighting for the freedom of his homeland. And then I sold him, chained and dressed as a pleasure slave, to the tyrant who had enslaved his homeland. Some may call it cliché, but I call it classic. I'm leaving. You're a horrible, weird creature. Oh, now we have our cutscene. A dark-haired young man stares up at the ugly lump of flesh hovering in the air. Hello up there. I am blinded by your beauty. Please descend to this humble mortal and grant me the honor of a date with you. He's a very dangerous demon. You shouldn't mess with him. The young man smiles and raises a finger to his lips. Don't worry, he whispers. I know what I'm doing. The demon gives an indignant snort and begins to gurgle angrily. His tiefling slave translates, Master Seraxis says you have 10 seconds to get out of his sight, or he'll command his lackeys to gouge out your eyes. Alright, I can take a hint. I'm leaving. The young man bats away and jots something down in his notebook. Done. Excellent source material. Now I'll go have a drink or two at the tavern and get to work. So, we're gonna go find the portal. I don't actually know where it is here. It's somewhere. There's so many different slaves and stuff around. There's the portal. We're gonna go to the tavern and talk to that guy. I'm just kind of curious to see what he has in store for us. Really kind of curious. Alright, we also have Milara to talk up to. Greeting you with a nod is a middle-aged sorceress with short dark hair, a skinny face, and prominent cheekbones that bring to mind images of predatory birds. Despite the dark circles under her eyes and her overall worn-out look, her voice sounds friendly and welcoming. Hey, you're not a local, are you? Have you come from Golarion? That makes us fellow countrymen. Since I hail from Absalom, allow me to introduce myself. I am Magister Milara, a certified specialist in resolving magic-related issues and a captain of the airship called Starcatcher III. What you doing in the abyss? For a couple seconds, the woman's gaze grows distant and a bitter expression appears on her face before quickly fading. I suppose you could say that I'm trying to cheat my own fate. In the current stage of my life, the abyss seems like the best port to call home for me. There aren't a lot of experienced and at the same time trustworthy captains around here, so I never sit idle. We'll come and talk to her later. We might need to deal with her for like a mission. But what I want to do is find this guy, geocod. The young man sifts through the piles of paper scattered across the table in front of him. He jots down notes excitedly, pausing occasionally to take a sip of the nondescript liquid in his mug. As you approach, he looks up from his work and gives you a cheerful smile. Hello, my name is Geocod. I'm a wandering bard, a researcher, and scientist. I study both the natural and the unnatural. How can I be of assistance? You don't look like a fellow scientist. You may think you're a great researcher, but your lack of organization suggests you're nothing more than an amateur. However, I appreciate your choice of research subjects and your method of gathering data. Never thought of inviting a demon out on a date. I'll have to try that sometime. Who are you? What do you mean who? I just told you. Perhaps I was speaking too quietly. Just a moment. He puts a glove puppet dragon on his hand and ventriloquizes in a deep booming voice. Geocod, a wandering bard. I'm famous on 3 planes and banned on 4. If you want an autograph, get in line. Why do you have a dragon puppet? This. The man holds up his crudely sewn glove puppet. The dragon glares at you with his button eyes. This is for my performances and for everyday use too. It's always useful to have a dragon in your pocket. What are you writing? I'm compiling my notes into a book. It'll cause a sensation once it's published. I've been on so many horrible dates, but horrible dates make for great stories. The young man shakes his notebook triumphantly. I've documented them all here. I've dated all kinds of demons, from Apricandalus and Dretches to Glabrazus and Balors. I'm publishing a complete guide to dating in the abyss. Just you wait, my book will be the subject of conversation on every plane. Dates with demons? Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't do this because I was desperate for dating partners. I've been conducting research for my book. Can I look through your notes? Of course. Good luck trying to read my handwriting, though. Geocod hands you his notebook. He holds up his gloved puppet dragon and ventriloquizes in a deep voice. Rejoice, puny mortal. You're about to read the first draft of my future interplanar bestseller. It isn't easy to decipher the bard's handwriting, but you quickly realize that his notes are long, rambling discourses about all sorts of strange topics, from advice how to take an amber cantaloupe to the art exhibition, to practical suggestions for the properly rubbing a Vavakia snout. He also recommends that you take Brimmeracks to restaurants with spicy cuisine, and Omoxes to a mud spa resort. It's certainly an unusual collection of romantic hints and tips. So what do you think? Brilliant, right? The young man beams to you. There's only one problem. I'm not very good at titles. A complete guide to dating in the abyss? That sounds too boring. An excellent guide? No, it's not it either. Oh, I can't come up with anything good. Do you have any ideas? You need the title to sound authoritative. Something like Dates with Demons, an unabridged, unbridled, and untamed guide to dating in the abyss. Oh. The young man is clearly impressed. He writes down your idea in his notebook. That's perfect. With a title like this, my book will sell like hotcakes. Thank you. But I must reward you for your help. What can I give you? Oh, I got an idea. Geocod rummages through the contents of his bags for a moment and pulls out a multicolored shirt. I don't wear things like this anymore. I've recently changed my style, but it's enchanted with some helpful spells. Take it. It might be useful, and after my book is published, feel free to come back for an autograph. The bard smiles at you and returns to his work. The Happy Traveler's Shirt. We got. What does it do? That's not it. There it is. Increases our base speed by 10 feet. In addition, whenever the wearer travels 50 feet or more in a round, they're affected by greater invisibility for 1 round. It's actually kind of a neat thing, to be honest. Back we go to the flesh markets. We have many things to do here. We need to go find some succubi at the it's not a brothel, but like the entertainment center. It's like the Palace of Pleasure type thing. I vaguely remember where it is with the other group. I had to take a couple-hour break between videos. Let's go back up to the top. I think we go up this way. At least maybe it's this way. And then this way. Ah, my mouse. Sometimes when you teleport, when you have your like middle mouse button, which is used for camera spinning, put on, it just like links it up, locks it in. It's very annoying.
Follow if you dare.
Alternatively, we might have to go down that way, but I'm not entirely sure. Portal up. No, this is definitely where I wanted to go. Okay.
I'm off.
I think. There's a Lula II. Oh, right, this isn't a fight. I thought it was the first time I came up here, and I was like, oh dear, we are going to have to battle this little squad of Uliodrus and
I finished here.
a warmonger,
Is there
but
more?
we do not. This is where we want to go. The forbidden your forbidden fantasies will all come true in the 10,000 delights. You'll always remember your visit with shame and excitement. You see a massive, beautifully decorated door. It appears impregnable. At eye level, an elegant inscription reads 10,000 delights. In smaller letters, another inscription reads, a gift from Valexia the Wonderful to Chivaro the Beautiful. Examine the door and figure out how the best way to open it. The door looks solid and sturdy, but anything can be broken. The deceptively simple lock is likely enchanted. It would have been reckless of those who put the door here not to protect it with magic. The door mocks you. You're probably wondering how to pick my lock. Well, don't bother. Many have tried it before you, but go on. I could do with a laugh. Hey, get away from me. What are you doing here? Ew, you pervert. That's disgusting. The door finds you're poking around inside the lock extremely unpleasant, even painful. Finally, the lock clicks and the door says in a hurt voice, you filthy beast. Wait, Arushale stares nervously at the door of the building you're walking past. Do you know this place? This is a brothel called the 10,000 Delights, the biggest and most popular in all of Lishnira. Yes, I know what it is. I have some unfinished business in there. Of course, I understand. All kinds of business are conducted there, not only pleasure-related. I'd like to ask you about something. If you have to go in there, please go without me. I don't want to see the inside of that place ever again, and I especially don't want to meet any of its denizens. I can't promise you that. You know the city better than anyone else. I might need your help. Fine. Arushale looks strained and discouraged. Alright, I understand. Needs must. I do need her to come in there. I wonder if she's going to meet up with this Lula II and they'll have like a heart-to-heart. I am curious to see how this is going to go. Wow, look what the cat dragged in. A muscular incubus grins at Urushalay. Hey, why so shy? Come here, give your old pal a hug. Haha. Hello, Rockhorn. Urushalay answers quietly without looking into his eyes or making any move towards him. Lots of gossip about you floating around. Some say you've sided with the mortals now. He shoots a quick glance at you. You live among them. You walk around with them. Lucky you. Always have your snacks and kicks within an arm's reach. How'd you pull that off? Care to share your secret? There is no secret, Urushalay sighs. You know, Rockhorn, I'd be happy if you followed my path, but I'm afraid you won't like it. She has changed. Mortal souls aren't a snack for her anymore. Yeah, sure. The incubus grins. Did she tell you that herself? It's true, Rockhorn. I'm not the Urushalay you used to know. Sure, of course, Urushalay repented, and now she's a righteous saint. The incubus presses his palms against each other in a fake prayer. All pure and innocent. She'll never again come up with the idea to flay a loving couple and make an elegant dress out of their skins. Why are you wincing? Am I not telling the truth? No, my friend. I'm the only one who's telling... Sorry. No, my friend. The only one who's telling lies here is you. You're wrong. You just don't know. Urushalay is telling the truth. She has renounced evil. I didn't hear that one very often, but it's definitely not the first time someone's tried to play me that tune. You see, Urushalay, here's the thing. I believe you. I mean, I believe you really think you're able to change your nature. You've always been a little soft in the head. So I'm not surprised at all, but you failed to realize one crucial thing. Your whole quest, your entire journey from evil to good, it's totally pointless because there's neither evil nor good. Those are just things some clerics thought up. Pain and pleasure are real, power and submission. Oh yeah, baby, as real as it gets. Gold in your pocket, food in your stomach, those are all real. But good and evil? Huh. Those are just foolish notions that mortal cultists like to fill their heads with. The Abyss is not a plane of chaos and evil. It's just the only honest plane, where we openly say and do everything that others tend to hide behind nice words. Pencil pushers from hell, hypocrites from heaven, merrymakers from Elysium. If you only look at their deeds instead of their words, you'll understand that all of them are seeking power, riches, and pleasure. So you want to change? Feel free to lie to yourself as much as you want, but sooner or later, you'll come to the conclusion that there's nothing to change. Everything in this world is arranged the way it is, and there are no choices. That's it. See you around. Waving goodbye, the incubus turns away. He's lying. I know he's lying. Another life exists. I've seen it myself, but... Urushalay sounds on the verge of tears. Now you see, this is exactly why I didn't want to come back here. You gotta face this stuff, though, Urushalay.
I do what
You can only change if you face your past. You can't... You have to hold up your new convictions in the face of your old stuff. An attractive Lula II with a simple but revealing dress greets you with a warm smile. Her eyeless face is serene. A new guest? We're always happy to welcome guests to the 10,000 Delights. I am Shivaro, ruler of the Palace of Pleasure. The only taboos here are brawling, moderation, and talking politics. Aside from that, anything goes. As my guest, you can expect to receive gentle caresses, or if you prefer wild and untamed ones, I have servants of every type to suit your every taste. Any of them can be yours for a night, or forever if your pockets are deep enough. What are your preferences? Never mind. I'll find out for myself. The Lula II tilts her head to one side, as if studying you with her non-existent eyes. You feel warm. Gentle hands seem to touch your consciousness. They neatly separate thoughts from memories, feelings from emotions. Occasionally images of long past or recent events drift through your mind. A Galarian. Yeah, I see. Yes, and the commander of the Crusade, no less. What fascinating memories you have. Ah. Now that we've been properly introduced, you're not offended, are you? The Lula II gives a deep, pleasant laugh, but her voice trembles with inexplicable excitement. Don't you dare pry into my mind ever again. The Lula II answers defiantly. Or else what? You'll hit me? You can try, but you are my guest here. You don't call the shots. I do. I have a few questions for you. Are you interested in me? Or in my establishment? I want to know more about this place. Some are foolish enough to call this place a brothel. That's a facile misrepresentation. The 10,000 Delights is a pleasure palace for every taste. You'll find everything that brings pleasure here. Wine, sex, music, good company, violence, gossip, stories, drugs, every kind of drug, herbal, alchemical, even telepathic, and many things that seem incomprehensible to us but are very popular on other planes. You are seeing but a small part of the 10,000 Delights. Behind these inconspicuous doors lie entire streets, houses, and rooms. A veritable labyrinth of pleasure. Nobody knows how large this place really is. Anyone who attempts to measure it returns weeks later, exhausted and happy, and somehow changed from when they left. After all, no matter who you are, no matter what your predilections, in the 10,000 Delights you will find a room where you will be fully satisfied. I wish I could see what this fiend would say if she met Argia, the luminous lord of freedom, beauty, and sincere physical intimacy. The Abyss offers a distorted reflection of everything we value in the upper planes, even physical attraction, beauty, and love. What you do here is disgusting. Looks like we have a prude here. Don't worry, honey. The caresses of my succubi are an excellent cure for principles and morality. I'm looking for a companion for the night. Your vision dims and your thoughts become slow and sluggish. Your thoughts are flooded with a wave of heat. The Lula II nods in concentration. What interesting thoughts you have. What an unusual mortal you are. Well, it's a stroke of luck. It just so happens I need someone like you. Slow down, my sweet. If you seek tender pleasures here, it'll cost more than gold. We need to be friends first, and all it takes to become friends is for you to do a little favor for me. I want you to kill someone for me. A brazen gang of demons keeps harassing my girls, attacking them on the street and dragging them back to their lair in the lower city. A foul den called the Rotten Guttery. Spill their blood, rescue my girls, and come back here for your reward. The words of this fiend sound sweet, but what lurks behind them? Lust, a desire to use you, something even more insidious? Insidious? I sense a danger here, like the reek of decay near a crypt. Faint but clear, beware this trapped champion. You won't let my girls die in the clutches of these monsters, will you? The demoness smiles. You are so confident and have such potential. I think you and I will enjoy being friends. Alright, I'm leaving. See you soon, honey. Come back and we'll have some fun. Well, we can loot this place really quickly, and then, I guess in the next video we'll go save the succubi. There are so many
I'm glad I was useful to
creatures in here, actually. A surprising amount. Can't cross over to there. Some of these things need, like, flight to get to you. You can open this door. And I don't think there's anything in this room, though. But, yes, next video... Oh, there's a portal here. Look at this. I couldn't see it in the other game. I must have just missed it. Like a dumb. We're gonna go back to the bad luck. Actually, I think Battle Bliss might be closer. But it's not, because we're gonna be up on a higher level. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, we'll just start up the video again once we reach the light area. For now, though, I'll leave you guys here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Take care.